All right, I started asking what's hot around the comic shop, and I was given this by the local comic book person there. This is done by Al Ewing and Leonard Kirk. Now, Leonard Kirk is one of my favorite artists because he's done Supergirl, which is the Peter David version of this. Now, you open this up, and you see the raft, and there's this dead person, and there's an investigation going on right here. And this is, of course, Janet, who is usually the Wasp here. Now, the one thing immediately that I really don't love about what they did here is the colors are so muted. And I get they're trying to do like a noir thing on this, but like it really makes Leonard Kirk's art look really bland, even though, I mean, the figures are great. I mean, really, it's mostly figures. You can see there's not a ton going on. Like, there's a lot of talking going on here, but these color schemes, like, are so dry. And they're not done like in the great way that, like, I mean, you see these like kind of a couple page spread is a color palette here in like the Brubaker and Phillips books, for example. And I get it, like they're attempting the noir feel with it, but these are Avengers characters, and it just is. You should make it a little more dynamic when you're dealing with superheroes. And there's an investigation. Wasp goes into this prison, and it looks like there's some death going on, and doesn't know what it is. And as you can see, like the quote dead people are not actually dead. They start to escape, and she has to deal with this here. She actually enlists one of her former foes in order to like help her with this, and they start like building an investigation. But as you can see, there's just a lot of talking heads in this, and a lot of just like standing around and not doing much over the course of this. And here's where she's got her team, and I guess they're building a and of course Luke Cage is kind of at the top of this as like the head detective who's sending them out on missions, I guess. And it's like, what's going on here? And of course there's a denouement after here, which reveals Hank Pym really kind of is behind all of this, which is kind of an odd choice as well. Now, I love the art. I love Leonard Kirk's work. I think he just does a great job. He's like a stalwart worker who does just like the superhero figures well and everything. But there's too much exposition in this. I think it's a little bit slow, which adds to a little boring flavor. And I think the colors really make it to a boring, muted flavor too. And of course, they're doing the like, no costumes are going to be involved. Well, if there's no costumes going to be involved and you're going to have a bunch of talking heads as an Avengers property, you're going to have like a very boring looking story. It's just going to be a boring feel overall. And that's exactly what we have here. So I don't know that I'd continue on with this. I think it's a little bit too slow. It's obviously written to trade. And you know what? It's just something that just does not feel like the Avengers. They really need to try to stop forcing other genres like onto superhero books, because like they don't want to tell superhero stories at Marvel anymore. It's really bizarre that they always do this with the characters at this point. It's like, oh, we're going to do a different genre. We're just going to throw the superhero characters into it. Well, that's cool for like a What If or an Elseworlds or something like that. But when you're doing it in the main line like this, it doesn't make any sense. All right, we'll call this a 5.5 out of 10 overall. Modern Marvel fails again with Avengers Inc. #1. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.